we're live again. I love these BFF shows because I get to work with my BFFs and chat with them. So good morning, everybody. Today is all about awards and are they worth the weight in gold? Are they worth applying for, basically? And are they worth having? So today I've got the fabulous Sam Newton. So hopefully everybody will be okay because we're both from Sheffield. So should have put subtitles on maybe, but I don't talk as posh as Sam, so you should understand Sam. It might be me that you don't understand. Just a quickie then. So as per usual for my BFF show, if you could put in the comments where you're watching from, as in Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, etc. And if you want to tell us where, location-wise, that you're watching from, that would also be excellent. So Sam, can you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, Bev. Thanks for having me on the show. My name's Sam Newton from Gravitate Accounting. So set up Gravitate Accounting coming up on 4 years ago now. From next month, we'll be a firm of 20 people. So it's quite exciting. We had some significant growth, especially in the last year. Our business is like relationship led, so we do a lot of like outsource FD work. So working closer with clients and on outsource FD, full finance function, outsource, things like that, with just the aim of working closer with them and being their like go-to advisor. And then we do all the compliance stuff on the side as well. So the year-end account returns, personal tax returns, all that stuff as well. So good mix. But yeah.
So you literally do all the compliance stuff, but you do much more as well, like you just said, which is brilliant.
Yeah, I think like I used to work for another company in Sheffield, and what I didn't like about accounting was the things like timesheets and charging per hour and wanting to go out to a client to spend some time with them and understand the business, but not really being able to because like the restriction of significant costs and having to bill that work. So I sort of set up Gravitate Accounting with the aim of working closer with businesses, getting rid of timesheets and charging more based on like the added value side of things. So yeah.
That's the way to go into it. And obviously we can do another show all about timesheets and different services that we can do. But today is all about awards. If you've got any questions at all about business awards, accountancy awards, anything at all, please pop it in the comments box below and we can answer that question on the live. We've got a couple of people saying, hi, neighbour, I'm watching on LinkedIn from Barnsley. Yes, Alison, she's just up the road from Barnsley. And then we've got Zyle. I hope that I've pronounced your name correctly. If not, I apologise. From Bangladesh. We've also got Ferdoz watching from South Africa. So we might have to talk a little bit slower for them to understand our Yorkshire accents. Right, let's get cracking about awards. So I've not said this much, to be honest with you. I really said it quite a few more times, but I'm Yorkshire Accountant of the Year 2021. Well, I'm kidding. I literally tell everybody because I'm so proud of it. Here's my award. Let me just make sure that I don't drop it because it's very heavy. So this is mine that I won in 2021, the Yorkshire Accountancy Awards, Beverly Flanagan, from when I ran my own accounting practice, which was Mind Your Assets Accounts. I also, and this is also very heavy, I was part of the ICB, the Institute of Certified Bookkeepers, back in 2012, and I won one of their Lucas. They call theirs Luca Awards, and I was Practice of the Year then. So Practice of the Year in 2012, and Yorkshire Accountant of the Year 2021. Sam, let's have a look at your award. They changed the design a bit, didn't they, between mine and your year?
It did. It was dangerous. Like I say, we had a team night out afterwards, and it's a really heavy piece of glass. So
that still looks like an offensive weapon. If you walk around streets with that, you're going to get arrested, aren't you? With that point.
I know. QuickBooks sponsored it as well, so they didn't take too much offence to my constant.
Oh, look at that! And you've got zero background as well.
I know. Yeah, I feel like.
What are you doing? Well, mine's not sponsored by on mine, but maybe they changed it. So, was yours 2022?
I thought so, but it says 2023 here, which is.
Oh.
But it was
the current one then.
Yeah, but why? I'm not sure what's happened there because
listen, just take it. If you're this year's Yorkshire Accountant of the Year, just take it, accept it.
Well, maybe they moved the award ceremony to February. I can't remember.
So I've won a couple of awards. You won one as well. So I'll let you go first. And how did that make you feel winning that award? And I was there when was awarded the winner, and you was there when I was awarded the winner as well. So how did it make you feel when they announced Sam Newton, Yorkshire Accountant of the Year? What did you make me feel like?
It was amazing. I definitely can't deny that at all. And like I was saying the other day, like I think we've probably both been to numerous award shows where the winners have always been a KPMG partner and a Deloitte partner and stuff like that. So seeing you win that award in 2021 was amazing. And like I say, it made me believe in the system a bit more. I think a lot of people probably are still dubious about award ceremonies and stuff like that. I'm sure we'll go on to that. But like, I can confirm I didn't pay a bribe or I didn't have to pay any like high level of sponsorship to get there, which you can a lot of people sort of tend to think is part and parcel of getting an award. And so yeah, so obviously going into the day, still didn't think I had any chance of winning it, to be fair. And then I think during the talk, one of the things he said was about how this person goes above and beyond, and it's something we talk about quite a lot when we're doing our business and like our core values and stuff. So like going to that next level for clients and stuff. And so when I heard that, I think me and my business partner Mike and Jonathan and the two people who were with us, Claire and Charlotte, were like, hang on, this could be us, to be fair. So and then yeah, like I say, it was announced and it was an amazing feeling.
It absolutely is, because, and you hit the nail on the head, and I'm so glad that sort of me winning my award made you go for it for yourself.
Exactly. Yeah,
because you are right. Like I've won those 2 awards, but I've also been finalist in quite a few others as well. They're all listed on my LinkedIn profiles. Quite a few, probably about 10 others. And I feel, how many accounting firms are there? There's literally tens of thousands out there. I don't even know the number, to be fair, but and to be even a finalist is a massive achievement. So I never went in with the, like you've just said, I don't think I'm going to win. I know that's not a very positive attitude, but it doesn't, it's not as bad as it if you don't win and you're just announced as a finalist. But I always thought, and I don't mean to be sexist on this, but I always call them the big boys, like the PricewaterhouseCoopers, BDO, people like that. They always win the awards. And for me, and if you are watching, I'm really sorry, guys, if you're from these big boy firms, as I call it, but like, you'll have got loads of awards. They're sat there on your shelf. They're gathering dust, and I feel that it doesn't mean more than what it means to us smaller businesses and us smaller practices winning it. So when I won in 2021, I was absolutely totally gobsmacked, because like, my little firms won against all these big massive companies, and I thought that was really good of Yorkshire Accountancy Awards to recognise that smaller practices, do as much, if not even more sometimes, to their clients on an accounting level. And it just meant so much to me as well. And there's a video of me, and there's videos of you out there, and we both look completely shocked, don't we, when they say our names? It's like, whoa. Looking back though, I wish I'd have stepped up on stage a little bit slower, and being a bit more graceful. When they said my name, I like literally ran up, got it, and ran like that. I wish I'd have milked it a little bit more now, like casually gone up to the stage.
Yeah, I think that's a good point that you made there. Like, fair play to Yorkshire Accountancy Awards for how they do it. Like, part of, there must be someone there saying like, look, it's not the biggest fish who wins. It's not the highest numbers. Like, it's more on growth or success,
achievements, and what you do for your clients.
So much more individual. So it's a good point. And I think like the crazy thing about the award, without like trying to hype it even more, it is the last award of the night. It is sort of the award, isn't it?
It's the one, isn't it? For us, local area Yorkshire Accountant of the Year. Yeah, there's loads of awards leading up to it, and then that's like the icing of the cake one, isn't it? So it's
that's why it's even that's what makes me think it's even crazier that like you say, 2 smallish like growing firms in Sheffield won the kind of thing. So
it's a big thing, isn't it? But this one as well, to me, this one in 2012 that I got from the ICB, for me, that kicked it off for me, because again, I'd been a finalist a couple of years before that, and I kept going and I kept applying for it, and then I got it.
So what was that one?
This one was Practice of the Year with the Institute of Certified Bookkeepers, and this one, I mean, they both mean so much to me, but this one changed my mindset, if I'm being honest. Because this is a national one. Obviously, the Yorkshire one's brilliant. It's our area, but that's a national one. And, you know, I was awarded it, presented it by HRH Prince Michael of Kent as well. So I met royalty as well, just saying.
Yeah.
I asked him if he needed a tax return done, but he didn't get that joke. But that one kicked it off for me because, like I said, it was a national award and it really changed my mindset. Like, you know what? I'm really good at what I do and it's been recognised. And that's where I literally gave myself a kick up the bum to change my practice around, change my mindset around, change my systems, make everything better. And then to go on to win it in our area as well for the Accountant of the Year was just brilliant. But
yeah, I think on that point there, like the only, saying that you're never going to turn down awards kind of thing. The only small negative for me is that it sort of has my name on the trophy, and like for me, it isn't just me. Like
it's the team,
and it wouldn't really be possible. Like some of the stuff that we achieved, like that I had done in that year, wouldn't have been possible without the team, kind of thing. So, like you say about being finalists, we've been finalists for quite a few awards. We're finalists at the Yorkshire, at the Accounting Excellence Awards coming up as well in October, and they're both.
Congratulations!
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, and they're both the team awards, and I think that will be even better for me. I'm not a person who, it's not about me. This business isn't about me at all. Like I say, the fact it was an individual award is. I would generally rather it being a one for the company. So
no, I get what you're saying on that. No, and fair doors. Hopefully, I said your name right. I said exactly what we're just saying here as well. Look, on you, congrats on the awards. However, to me, the title of an awards mean nothing as long as the work gets done correctly, and that's rewarding enough for me. Absolutely, these awards are not just handed out like sweets. These have been handed out to us and awarded to us because of the work we've done, because of what we're doing with our teams, because of how we make our clients feel, because of the growth, etc., etc., etc. So it's not, these are just not given out just for nothing. They're given out because of our hard work and dedication, and especially ours, our dedication to the finance and accountancy world. What do you feel about that, Sam?
Yeah, like you say, I think going back to your word stuff, I've always seen, like when I set up my business, it's always you obviously do a little bit of research and stuff, and you sort of see who are the people in the industry. And I think we're so lucky in the accountancy industry that there's so many people who are so open and share ideas and like methodologies and best practice and stuff like that. Like I can't see it happen in most other industries, but in an industry that we're in, there's so many people who are so open, and obviously like you were one of them. And so, like you say, it isn't just like the awards; it's everyone is constantly giving back to the industry, like pushing this digital change and stuff like that, and the importance of that, and raising awareness. And like I said, from the industry itself, it's obviously historically had quite a bad name of being a dull industry and boring or whatever, but it's just not.
Absolutely not. We're not boring. We're not dull.
We've got it's just driven by tech now, and so it's an exciting place to be. Driven by tech and advisory is how I see it, and so like if you want to advise your clients on how to on huge transactions, how to save huge sums of money, and we're talking about systems and automated systems and stuff like that. Like I think that's probably, and then well, maybe you must be in a really exciting job.
Yeah, no, exactly that. You know, our industry has changed massively, and we are able to help in the accounting world businesses more now than we've ever been able to because of all these advances in technology and stuff like that. So, did you win clients from it? From getting the award?
I think, like I say, has anyone ever? A lot of people do talk about it, to be fair, and our business has grown. I think, well, in the last year, so it'll be partway through the year. I think we've grown like 40%. So has anyone ever come to me and said that's grown turnover 40%? That is. Has anyone ever come to me and said, "Oh, you're the guy who won the award. I want to work with you"? No, but like it's easy for me to go on LinkedIn and talk about our successes and stuff like that. But when it's externally recognised, it just gives people that reassurance. So like I think that and like our Google reviews sort of help. It gives that it's not just us saying it, here's 75 of our clients who love what we do, and here's an industry recognized award company who are saying, yeah, they're doing something right.
So with everything that you're doing, the social media, the Google reviews, clients loving you, and the awards, you think that all that combination together has helped with the growth of your 40% in your business in the last year? Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
So it's not a bad thing that you won that award then. It's helped towards it.
Yeah. Like I say, we still enter awards now. We don't enter loads. I think there's some good ones out there, like obviously in Yorkshire Accountancy Awards. With it being accountancy specific is great. I've always liked the Accounting Excellence Awards. And then we just go in for a couple of Sheffield Awards. That's it.
Yeah.
We don't go crazy with the applications. There's plenty of, I think one year we did just a standard, instead of Yorkshire Accountancy Awards, Yorkshire Business Awards, and it just wasn't for us. You got that vibe, so we turned up and would never do that again. So
yeah,
we won't apply for every award going, but I think if you hand select the ones that
are relevant to you,
yeah, right area, but also like that do mean something, like do a little bit of research. Don't just, we've had companies who said, oh, you've won an award, and you Google their award. And it's like there was never an accountancy last year. They sort of almost created it for you to give you an award. So it's more of a marketing thing. So you pay for the day. That, the certificates. And so I think it definitely is worth being really selective on the ones that you get involved in. But like I say, I think winning an award is great. I would do it. We continue to apply for awards, but like I say, just the right ones.
You are right there. Yeah, don't just enter awards just for the sake of it, just for winning one. They've got to be relevant. They've got to be right, because this is going to be publicly shown out there, and it's got to represent you and the work you've done, not just that you've done some, like you paid for it or something like that. And this is the thing. I think a lot of people don't actually. A lot of accountants and bookkeepers may not know how to even apply or enter for awards, and they think they're too small to enter as well. And that is obviously a mindset thing. So, there are lots of awards out there, aren't there? Like we said, with the ICB. And I've got a little bit of gossip about this as well. So my mate Elizabeth, and I know she's watching this right now, who works for ICB. So they've got awards coming up, and the entry deadline is the 31st of August. I know that's just been extended to the 15th of September. So people have got an extra 2 weeks. So if you're a bookkeeper and you don't have to be registered with the ICB, have a look on their website. I'll put the link in the comments below when we finish this live streaming session. But have a look and see if there's any awards on there that you can apply for yourself. And it's free to enter. And a lot of the awards are free to enter. They're proper legit ones, like we've said. I mean, it was free for us to enter Yorkshire Accountancy Awards as well, wasn't it? Just like the ICB as well.
Yeah. You might need to buy a tape if it's an expensive
deal.
There, but
it's good night though. It is a good night. Get dressed up and everything.
That's another good thing. Like I say, Yorkshire Accountancy Awards, great night. Accounting Excellence Awards, great night. Full of good people.
Yes, it is. The networking.
That is our industry for sure.
The networking side of things is also amazing going to these awards as well, isn't it? It's not like from my old dinosaur mindset when I first started. I'm not talking to another accountant. They're going to pinch me clients. They're going to pinch what I do. Absolutely not. Collaborating with other accountants and bookkeepers is the best thing you can do in having your own accounting practice. Elizabeth beat me to it. She's let me put it up on screen. There you go. So these are the ICB annual awards. If you are listening right now and thinking, do you know what? I've never applied for an award and I'm a bookkeeper. Get applying now. You've got an extra 2 weeks deadline for it. So I might have a look at that later on as well. See if there's any awards I can put in for. But what about the people's mindset then, Sam, of like, oh, I daren't do it. I'm too small. No one's going to even look at my application. What do you think about that?
I think the awards companies are getting better. Like I think now, just looking at some of the most recent ones we've looked at, they have like a micro company award or solopreneur, I think sometimes call them. But yeah, we've been caught out by that in the past. I think we went for Accounting Excellence. Was it Accounting Excellence? Or maybe even Yorkshire Accountancy the year you won potentially actually. So they did a small accountancy firm, and we were like, we're small, let's put our name in, and we got to the finalists, which was great. But we lost to a firm that were like maybe 50 staff and like 60 staff, maybe in like
That's not small.
10 partners. So I think.
Well, they won the small category.
I think, like, don't quote me on numbers, but like,
Yeah.
so I think, but now they are better at saying like just micro or solo, solopreneur ones, and they sort of give brackets as well now. So like up to level of turnover, up to level of staff. So and they go down to like I say, some of the awards have just the individual. Some of them have for like less than 10 staff. So they are. From that side, there is an award category for everyone. Yorkshire Accountancy Awards.
They break it down, don't they? So you can clearly see if you should be in that award or not. Yeah. Category.
So I don't think you should let that put you off. If you are doing great stuff, like I'd say do something to demonstrate that. So like the Google reviews, like if you're doing great work, get your clients to give you Google reviews. Let's be honest, what do you do when you're going to like buy a product or go on a holiday or something like that? The chances are you're going to look at some review. So why not do it in a professional practice? Like we noticed in Sheffield, I think again, Mind Your Assets was one that inspired us because they had the most in Sheffield. And after that, you had firms who were mega successful. So, but they had 3 or 4 reviews. Like, they're still successful. It's not like it's a negative, but I think if it's an opportunity to demonstrate success, then why not do it?
Exactly. And that's what it is. It's the opportunity to demonstrate success. We're not applying for these awards just for the sake of it, and we're not demonstrating nothing to be able to be awarded this. We are demonstrating how good we are, and that's how we were awarded these awards. And I'm saying awards too often, aren't I?
And I think you can look at like even if you don't think you're ready this year, why don't you look at an award and see what the criteria are? Because it tells you what you need to be talking about in your application. And so, for example, we always thought we're great with our clients, and so we should apply for like a client feedback award. We had the Google reviews to back that up, and then like one of the key things it said in there is like, what's your NPS score, which is like your net promoter score, which is essentially you go to your clients asking for some feedback, and the last question is, would they refer you to one of their friends, basically? And I don't know the full detail, but essentially over 8, I think, is their promoter. Under 6 or 5, it's the attractor, I think, and then in the middle the net zero. And so we saw that as part of this, if you wanted to win that award, you needed to know your NPS score. So then in the year since we saw that, we've done 2 NPS scores, and now we're in the finalists for Client Service Award at Yorkshire Accountancy Award, and we've got an NPS score to say, well, we've done that. And we've got the Google reviews. So amazing. And so I think part of it is, even if you think you're too small, why don't you read it and see what the criteria is, and then see if you can apply some of the stuff like that it's asking for to demonstrate. And then you're working through the year and you're like, oh, that's a good piece of work, and maybe I could include that in an application somewhere. So almost you could like build up a document of things that you've done. Like, we're accountants, we're not very good at recognizing when we do great work. So it's a bit of a like, yes, I have done some good work, and I'm going to write that down, and I'm going to look back and think, wow, this is what I've done in that year. And also you can pretty much have yourself or working with someone build out an application form on those things, because that's what you're talking about. It's sort of like your highlights reel that's relevant to that awards category for the year, basically.
No, that's a really good point. So anybody that's not done it and now watching this live session and thinking, you know what, I deserve to win awards, and we are good. Do that, absolutely do that. Look at the previous winners of the awards that you want to look at, that you think would be relevant to you. And if you sort of don't think you're there yet, then work towards it for next year. And that's obviously a massive benefit to your practice as well. By getting Google reviews in and doing your net presenter score and stuff like that, that's a win-win situation. Not only just working towards achieving an award or becoming a finalist for an award, but you're improving your practice at the same time. So it's definitely a good thing. We've got Samuel Green representing Crooks in Sheffield. Yay! Yeah. I know where that is. It's only up road from us, isn't it? So that's good. Hi, Samuel. Thank you for joining in. And another thing I wanted to talk about as well is Did you apply for your own awards, or did you get any help?
So yeah, we applied, and yeah, I think you have to. The majority of them, I think, like there's some you can vote, but like it is just the way it is. Unfortunately, you do have to apply, so you have to have that confidence in yourself to say, yeah. I do think I deserve some recognitions for this, so I'm going to put my name forward. So again, that's just confidence in what you do. So there's that side, and yeah, like so we've been up for awards and, like I say, got finalists and never won them before, and then I think so. Accounting Excellence Awards last year, we didn't get nominated for as finalists, so we were nominated first year, didn't get nominated second year, and did third year, and I was obviously just speaking to contacts and like friends now, like so one guy, Sam Tasker Grinley, who works for Swoop, like I say, he's now a friend, but started as a software provider to us in various different companies. And he said, look, like, let me just do a bit of research. I know he's got good contacts. So I'm going to do some research. And he just came back and he said, look, your application was crap. Oh, sorry, can we swear?
That's fine. We're from Sheffield, fine.
Cool. And from that point going forward, like again, I'm very good at what I do from an accounts perspective. I'd always said my English is terrible, and so we should change. And so we've got a client called Kaylee Worsley, who's got a company, KWPR Limited, and she now
there.
Yeah, I'll get her tagged on. Get her tagged in on LinkedIn after this. And yeah, so she now writes our award application. So again, I almost do what I said, build out a list of stuff and send to her to say, look, this is almost the highlights of the year. And she puts it into like recognized application speak, because they don't like, well, I know you said some of the stuff you put on yours, Bev, and you managed to win. So obviously, but from my side, the feedback was it was a bit too like wishy-washy, not enough facts and stats and stuff like that in our application. But I know you told them to say, didn't you say, like, support the little companies, like the smaller companies or something?
I did put in when I'd become, I think, the second time finalist for Yorkshire Accounts of the Year. I think I did put in my application somewhere something like, come on, give the smaller companies a chance. You know, we're just as good as the big one. I don't know if that swung it or not, but look who's watching though. Harry from Yorkshire Accountancy Awards. Come on, get your Yorkshire.
Yeah, we've just given. I don't know if you've listened to the whole thing, but we were saying we appreciate the fact that you guys do look at the bigger picture when it comes to the awards and stuff like that. And like I say, we're both here as award winners from small practices compared to your KPMGs, Deloitte's,
and telling all sizes of businesses, all sizes of accounting firms and businesses, because there's other awards, isn't there, other than accounting and bookkeeping ones, that, you know, no matter how small you are or how small you think you are, they are still 100% worth applying for, like literally. So from my point of view, I did all my own applications as well, except for two of them. I wrote the content of it, obviously, and then I got a copywriter to help me, a local copywriter that I used to know at the time. So that's the same as what you've just said, isn't it? Yeah. And because, you know, like it's like accounting and bookkeeping, for example, you know, business owners that are not familiar with accounting, you should outsource to an expert, get an accounting company, bookkeeping company to do that for you. You concentrate on the stuff that you're good at, like you've just said, Sam. Like, I'm the same as you. I can waffle for England, but I don't want waffle in an application for an award. So I know what I wanted to say, but I needed an expert and outsource it to an expert for them to then put it into an award-winning speech application. And it definitely helps. And it's not too expensive neither to do that. I'm not going to put a price on because I can't remember how much it were now, but
and I'm sure it's individual, but like you say, like you say, for the fee, like we only probably have to win off a client and then this covered it probably less.
But I just don't think, you know, when the title of this was, you know, are they worth the gold? From my point of view, absolutely they are. And even applying and just being a finalist, when I say just, I don't just mean, I'm not like downplaying that. Being a finalist of an award is brilliant. Winning is just next level. It's brilliant. And I've not seen any negativity of winning both my awards or any negativity from being finalist from the other 15 or so that I've got. It's just everything. It makes you look more credible. It's exactly what you said, Sam. It's not us saying we're brilliant, we're brilliant, we're brilliant. It's other people seeing that and recognizing that we're brilliant and awarding that. So it's not, so that helps. It's
and we touched on it earlier, like spending an evening with peers and like the people who have been judged to be the best in that industry, like especially like the Accounting Excellence Awards, National Award. You're there with loads of other people, finalists. Like, use it as an opportunity to learn. Like, speak to the judge and say, if you don't win, like, say, look, can I just grab you for 2 seconds? They're all sound people. Again, most of them are successful digital accountancy firms, essentially owners, and just grab them and just say, like, why didn't I win? So you're learning from that side. Grab people's time. Like, whenever I've been to these awards, everyone's got time for each other, kind of thing, and an opportunity to talk business. You sat at a table with people you might, like when we first went to Accounting Excellence Awards, we were sat with 2 or 3 other people in the same category as us, and it was great. Like, one guy, Gareth, he's traveling the world at the minute. Like, I think he's in Scotland. He's sold his practice and he's traveling around. But it was good to spend time with him and sort of make contact for forever, really.
Absolutely. And also, a lot of the vendors usually go as well. I mean, we obviously know from experience Yorkshire Accounting Awards because we're both from Yorkshire, but I'm not quite sure of other locations that have similar awards. I don't know if they do. If they don't, they should do, and they're missing a treat if they don't. But like, even attending these awards and the ICB Awards and the Accounting Excellence, you'll have vendors there as well, won't you, that you can chat to. So I went to the last, when you won, I was actually sat on QuickBooks table.
I know, yeah.
So they invited me to go along and sit with them on a table, which is brilliant. Because you get into chat with the vendors as well and getting to know more about them. And they bought me a couple of gins, which is really good as well.
always appreciated.
Yeah. So I think overall then, applying for awards is a thumbs up, not a thumbs down. And everybody should do it as long as they're relevant to your business. And yeah, what's your final thoughts on it, Sam?
I'd say, yeah, definitely you have to have a bit of self-belief, probably verging on like arrogance to say, like, I deserve to be up there for this. But yeah, like I said, I think accountants can be quite quick to put themselves down and just think that, I don't know, they're just doing a job. But if they actually spoke to the clients and got some feedback, they probably are doing incredible things. And like I say, we still win work talking about simple things like bank feeds and stuff like that, which it seems like a standard thing in like a digital accountancy practice, but there's still, I dread to think percentage-wise, but lots of firms out there who are running businesses without bank feeds and little bits like that. So, like, your clients will really appreciate you making those changes, and just getting them to give you that feedback will maybe give you the boost and that confidence that you need to say to yourself, yeah, I am
worthy, I can do it, and I'm good as the others. And these awards as well, like, these are ours forever. Like, no one's taking it off us. These are ours. It's not like you pass it on to somebody else next year, is it? And like I've had that one night over 11 years now. That one, this one, obviously 2 years. I still talk about them a lot, and even to the point probably where I'm getting on people's nerves. But you know what, Sam? I don't care, because I won those awards and I was awarded them for being brilliant. And I'm going to shout about that, and everybody should shout about that, and you should as well. Thank you so much for joining me on this show. And Sam, it's been absolutely brilliant. And thank you everybody for watching as well. There's another one coming up next week as well, and that's also going to be fantastic. And I'll let you know the details of that later. But if anybody wants to know any more about entering awards, is it worthwhile? Which one should I do? I'm sure Sam won't mind me saying this, and contact us. We'll happily give you our advice and from our experience. That's all right, isn't it, Sam?
100%.
Brill. All right, everybody, have a good rest of the day, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.